Sometimes I visualize a palatial waiting room resembling New York City's Grand Central Station, with newly dead people entering all the time, mulling around, eventually moving toward the track on which their departure train sits, ready to take them away on a journey through the Bardo of Becoming to their next destination. Each of these beings is no longer encumbered by the cyclical confusions and burdens of the metaphorical city in which they've wandered day after day, now materially free, no longer adrift in the protracted appearing and disappearing act called this life. Bathed in shadowy light, ominously silent, this waiting room awaits each of us, and while we will all travel there one day, the specific train for which each of us is ticketed differs, and the experiences of our journey upon it, as well as the boundless conditions resident within our destination, are not randomly determined. Rather, they are earned by what and how and why we do the things we do in this life. It's all rather simple, actually. Everything within our current lifespan matters. All perspectives, motivations, intentions, and actions. Everything matters, both short and long term. And so, strive to pay attention, be diligently aware, discern the effects of your intentions, allow sound logic, lucidity, intelligence, reasoning, empathy, introspection, and well-being to infuse your thoughts and actions. Doing so will enrich your mind and the everyday journey you're living with it, including the experiential places your own karmic train will journey to and through after death occurs. Are you curious? Interested? There is a long-studied and practiced curriculum for doing this, empowering and accessible for living in this manner. It is called Buddhist Dharma, and it is appropriate in all time frames and environments. Perhaps it is particularly relevant considering some of the realities we're currently living through and appear to be headed toward in the days to come. Dying can be peacefully beautiful, a true freeing into the exquisite. As a teacher once said, an experience akin to removing a tight shoe. It can also be harrowing and bewildering, lonely and painful, utterly undignified and consumed by chaotic circumstances and urgencies. It can occur within the final, perfect note of an enduring life song, or suddenly in a flash of confusion. Death happens in its own time. It arrives during a meal in a local restaurant, answering a text while driving down the road, with life energies dissolving in an ICU ward, dancing with friends in a local nightclub, in the comfort of one's own bed, enjoying the fireworks at a country fair, or in the midst of trying to escape a once safe home as a ferocious wildfire savagely engulfs everything. It comes to young and old, those healthy and ill, brought about by natural or very unnatural causes. The end of this life will arrive for each of us one day, and for every being with whom our existence is intertwined. I share this not to be sad or morbid, nor is it breaking news or the revealing of an unknown truth. Common sense tells us to prepare for any eventuality, and dying is an eventuality, a sure-to-come event to be considered, and then, when we're so inclined, we act upon whatever our considerations bring to light. Our Dharma teachings explain the far-reaching benefits and practices of preparing for the final moments of our life. Allow your contemplations to bring about understandings as to how and why we do this for ourselves as well as for the sake of others. Living our lives with an abiding awareness of death is profoundly liberating. While a common view is that thinking about death is unnecessarily upsetting, bringing about fear and/or misery, reflecting on dying and death from the Buddhist perspectives is extremely advisable. These reflections often lead to a simple truth. What we should be frightened of, if anything, is dying without having lived a meaningful life. Our lives are active, full of planning, anticipating, yet when death arrives, we face it unprepared. And so, prepare. Do so with diligence and grace. Infusing your life with preparation for dying and the liberation that accompanies death, if done authentically, is the most enduring gift you will give yourself and those you love. The days ahead promise ongoing turmoil, likely bringing uncertainty and challenges. Living meaningfully, sharing our energies and skills with others is no longer just a nice thing to do. For those who consider themselves to be intuitively conscious and aware, it is a responsibility. Do so thoughtfully while you and those with whom you share your life are around to benefit from your actions. The sooner, the better. Each of our trains is on the way. This recording was written by Mark Winwood. My name is Kathy Ambrose. Mark is on the teaching faculty at Naropa University in Boulder, Colorado, and is the founder of the Chenrezig Project, a Tibetan Buddhist study and practice group with a national online presence. In addition to these Elegant Mind podcasts, we facilitate online Sangha gatherings and teachings, share writings via our weekly e-magazine, and host various events. You can learn more about the Chenrezig Project at our website, www.chenrezigproject.org. That's CHENREZIG project.org. Our accompanying music, titled Watching You, was composed and performed by the San Francisco Bay Area musician Bobby Vega. It appears on his 2017 album, Matters of the Heart. Bobby's reputation for musical feel is legendary, and with this album he shares how transitions and melody can be expressed in creative ways on acoustic bass, where slight variations in touch and timing can speak emotional volumes. You can learn more about Bobby and his music at his website, www.bobbyvega.com. That's BOBBYVEGA.com. Or, and he's very findable online, you can simply Google his name or look for his numerous videos on YouTube. We remain grateful to Bobby for his friendship, his talents, and his generosity in sharing his music with our Dharma audience. Again, my name is Kathy Ambrose. Please feel free to share the link to this podcast with those you feel it might resonate. And, as always, thank you for listening.